Welcome back to another episode of Excuse My Grandma. It's Kim and my co-host,
Grandma Gail.
So we're back in New York City. People who are watching the podcast right now, you can see we're back in my apartment. So we were. Yay! Grandma loves my apartment.
I love this apartment. I love the view.
I'm always like, you don't have to come downtown.
I love it down here.
And then you were like, yes, we do.
Yes, I love it here.
We were filming all summer in the Hamptons, and that's where we made that little podcast studio, which I want to also organize something in the city that we can do. But for now, we're on my couch. It's very comfy and cozy.
Yeah, and actually a lot brighter.
Yeah.
We were sort of we were in the basement in a dungeon. It was fun. It worked perfectly, and of course the quality was very good. But you know what? I love being here, and so you'll see us a little less perfectly, but you'll still enjoy listening to us, hopefully.
Yeah, it honestly might even be better lighting. You're right. Well,
I know it's better lighting.
Yeah, that's the best thing about this apartment is the natural light that comes in, which is like, I'm always looking on Street Easy and stuff, seeing if there's other apartments and other places just for fun, but I do this
is idyllic. And of course, I didn't know I was wearing blue pants until I got here. In my apartment, they look black.
Oh, because it's so dark in your apartment.
It's so dark.
Because you live on a low floor.
I just couldn't get over it. I'm wearing blue pants. I was being so chic. I was wearing black shoes, a black bag, and navy pants. So forgive me for those who saw me today and didn't think I was dressed perfectly.
I don't think anybody would ever
think
they that
didn't.
or
I'm
say
sure
that about you. Speaking of dressing, it's Fashion Week in New York City. And
you have been busy all over New York. Nothing is in a central location like it used to be in Bryant Park, and everything was sort of around each other. Now you go from uptown to downtown to midtown, and it really is all over the place.
Yeah, and to be clear, I don't have like a fashion background. It's just with our videos and everything now, like influencers get invited to all of the not all of the events, but to a lot of the events, and it depends on your following and how involved you are and how long you've been doing this, and if fashion is your like niche, what shows you get invited to and what presentations you get invited to. And this is still relatively new for us, so we've gotten to go where'd we go this year? We went to we went Dennis Basso's show,
which was beautiful. Very, very pretty and ladylike.
This is coming out on Thursday. We're filming a little early, so we will be going to Love Shack Fancy. I've gone to some other presentations as well.
We're having a good time doing it. It's a lot of fun. A lot of selfies going on in most of these places. Everybody's looking at themselves.
But you know what? I went to Lingua Franca, the sweaters that we did a collaboration with, and their townhouse, and it was such a tasteful event. It was like they had this beautiful like spread of cheeses and fruits, and like, so it's an old West Village town or meatpacking townhouse that the founder used to live in with her family, and then they moved and they've like converted it into their office. So that was a really cool kind of space.
Well, everybody tries to do something a little different.
Yeah,
to have a hook, because that's the whole thing, to have somebody stand apart from the crowd.
Well, you want people going and taking video, being like, look how great this is, and giving your brand like more recognition. And
I was thinking about that this morning when I was listening to the news, and they said the new iPhone is coming out with a telescopic lens on the camera, and I think everybody who goes to these fashion shows are going to quickly buy a new iPhone. They're going to have a very big business this week in the iPhone store.
Yeah, if you're a content creator, or like anything,
or even I wanted one, because it's got, it's a state-of-the-art photography without having to have a camera. You have your phone and your camera built in one.
And also, everyone now is like a content creator. Everyone now is a photographer. So,
I saw that yesterday. I was laughing. There wasn't one person that didn't have their phone up taking pictures.
I will say it's a very comparative time in the industry where you're looking at other people and you're saying, how did they get invited to that show? Why is that brand dressing them? And you start being like questioning yourself a little bit and like the work you're doing. But
Oh, I wouldn't do that, Kim. We're working. We're going right through with what we normally do, and I don't think we should worry what the other content creators do, and they don't worry about us. Yeah. I think everybody has their own little niche, and you can look at the things and say, well, this doesn't really fit my brand that I'm trying to foster, but you can still appreciate it. Very often it's not what we would represent, but it's still interesting to see the different takes on what's going to happen this spring, because it's basically really spring. It's a whole 2 seasons away. It's
yeah,
not,
that's the thing. So
Yeah.
we're looking at spring, but then it's also people are it's still summer technically right
Exactly.
now.
It's
and
still
people
90
are,
degrees.
But people it's 90, but people are like they're dressing for fall.
Right. Well, I
So-
noticed you put your fall makeup on today.
Yeah, but I'm wearing a little bit like more browns than I
Right.
usually do.
Well, because you're trying to introduce the fall look into your makeup,
well, I'm
which
excited
is
to wear
relevant.
sweaters
And it's
too.
relevant. It really is. I mean, we've been wearing bathing suits, cover-ups, and shorts. So you have to sort of change from the light roses to the little darker tones of rose or the darker burgundies, and that's just a natural progression for the season.
Yeah. Fall trends, like we're going to do more videos and stuff on this, but
Not fall. We're looking
I
at
know,
spring.
but I
Oh,
was just talking
Okay.
about separately about
Okay.
like this coming fall season. I feel like there's going to be a lot of ballet flats.
And also a lot of which was very interesting. I was arguing with you, but now we've been to several different trendy showrooms. They're all wearing very wide jeans and wide pants.
Yeah, well,
and for
yeah.
me, who's so short, it's not a look that I love, but it definitely is in now with little skimpy sweaters, but the wider bottom and the more relaxed bottom, so we don't have to worry about eating that extra slice of pizza.
I know. Well, I think oversized everything, even if you
Yeah,
do a little
it's interesting.
like
Oversized jackets
even
with a tight dress.
Yeah, but even if you do oversized on top and bottom, I kind of think it looks good. Like you want something maybe.
Yeah, but sometimes you get lost in it.
Yeah,
I think you have to be
depends
careful
on-
of the proportions.
That's true. But that's definitely very in to wear like a wider straight leg kind of jean. Mary Jane's, ballet flat.
Well, I never went out of style then because I'm wearing the same things.
I know.
So
well, I
that's
think
good.
that like more classic look is like really in right now.
Well, because people are tired of really going way out. First of all, it's very costly when you have to transfer each season to a whole different
true.
look. So people are trying to they'll take one piece that's a little different and they'll still have their classic pants, their classic shoes that they can wear with it. And they
Yeah.
might get an oversized blazer as the look for the season. But you know what? The underneath little sweater can still be the same as you had last year, and the ballet flat can still, it never goes out of style.
And kitten heels.
Yeah, well, kitten heels have been in forever. I mean, I think Prada did that 15 years ago, and now, of course, everybody does it. But it's because they are more comfortable. Firstly, they're not as high, and on the streets of New York, and I'm sure most cities, it's too hard to walk in very high heels. So it's a little more practical, and it goes with the look. It really does. So I think what people are going to see is more comfort dressing, a little more comfort.
I'm down for that.
Right, a lot of pink because we're still into Barbie.
Yep.
So we saw a lot of pink, a lot of pastel colors, which is so pretty. And actually, I saw and I noticed in the last few things that we went to, yellow, that bright neon yellow, which I am not a lover of because it's not terrific with my hair color, but for darker women and darker brunettes and darker coloring hair, yellow is just fabulous.
Well, red is also for
and red,
fall.
yes.
Really, really
And I
big
love-
this
and
year.
I love red.
I really want like a, hopefully vintage, but we'll see. Like distressed red leather jacket
Oh,
or
I'm sure you can
brown.
find that.
I would love that. I'm been very into vintage recently, either vintage from my mom or my grandma's closet or vintage from stores.
Well, I don't have that jacket. Otherwise, I would lend one to you
know.
or
I
give
need
it
to
to you.
find that.
But you might have to find that.
Need to
There
find
are so many cool stores that do have vintage and that are really lightly worn, so it can really work for you.
Yeah. So what else do you have going on?
Well, what else has been going on? Really nothing. It's my anniversary, so we're all going out as a family, and so that's going to be fun. It's always a little sad for me because I don't have my grandson and my other granddaughter who's away at college with us, but we'll catch up and celebrate with them at some later date. But everybody checked in, everybody wished us a happy anniversary, which is very thoughtful, and just looking to have a nice dinner and enjoy being together, which makes us very, very happy. And then Poppy and I are going to take a little trip, just the two of us, which we might file for divorce after this, but we're gonna.
What am I gonna do when you guys are gone?
Well, we'll only go away a week, so I don't think.
guess.
You know what? And I'll call you on the phone, and we'll see each other.
Sounds good.
So anyway, because I have a feeling I'm gonna end up buying stuff for you over in the different places I'm at.
That's nice.
And that's really what's up. It's not really, the city is packed. We were complaining about the traffic this morning.
Yeah.
City is jammed. I don't know. They can say that business isn't back to Midtown, but it's certainly all over the place in the cars.
The city is so busy.
So busy. And the UN hasn't even come yet. I think that's starting next week. And when that comes, you may as well just stay home.
Yeah.
Or you have to walk.
Yeah. And even like someplace, so I go to Zero Bond, which is my club here. Literally, I went 3 nights in a row, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because. But anyway, the reason I'm saying that,
you're getting boring.
the reason I'm saying that is because usually it takes 10 minutes, and so I made like dinner plans, and it took like 40 minutes from my apartment.
Yeah.
And that was crazy. So and the funny thing is, when I call my Uber, they know where I'm going. Like, it must know like I go to the same two places.
Exactly. It's an algorithm, and it probably knows where you usually go.
Yeah. So I need to like do some new activities.
Yeah, you have to go out of your comfort zone. Maybe you'll go to Brooklyn this week.
Yeah, but again, like that's gonna take 2 hours.
All right. Well, there's nothing you can do about it. They can say that New York isn't busy. I don't know. They keep saying businesses are all down, but not from our perspective. It's been very busy here.
Grandma Gail, do you have any headlines of the week?
The headlines of the week are not very good, by the way. I feel so badly about the earthquake in Morocco. It's one of the most beautiful cities, Marrakesh, and I actually was in the Atlas Mountains, very close to where these poor houses collapsed on these families, and it's dreadful because the homes are, it's a warm weather climate, basically. The Atlas Mountains, of course, gets cool, but it's, they're not built with made out of steel and like our buildings are, and they collapsed on whole families. So that's been tragic. We have been sending help, and we've offered more. So hopefully the Moroccan government will accept it, and other countries will go in there and help with the rescue. It's very sad. So that's on a note that we don't love. But there are so many other things that are happening in the news, I can't really discuss it. Nothing that's really terrific. There's no great news out there.
I can give you an entertainment news.
Okay, well, that I'd love to hear.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yes, you're the one you like.
The one I like. And Kylie Jenner.
Yes.
Are in a relationship.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
All right.
I thought you would have known that, actually.
I don't read those
sometimes
articles.
Sometimes you know those things.
Sometimes, if it says it on Extra.
Yeah.
If I happen to be watching Extra on television at one time and I sort of listen for a moment.
It's a very unlikely couple.
Yeah.
Because he's very, like, artistic kind of
so
guy.
Is she.
No, but she's like a Kardashian. Like, she's more, glam, and like she's like a.
But he's very much into
bombshell.
He's very much into fashion too. He sets the trends.
He's very
so
fashionable.
He's very way out.
But they don't. It's funny. Like, they're very low key. They're very private in a way. So
right.
I think. But they went to a. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Was it a Beyonce concert? I want to say, and people were taking videos and stuff of them. So they didn't ever post on their social media, this is my new boyfriend.
Well, sometimes they also do it for publicity between the two of them. You're never quite sure with these people whether it's really a real relationship or it benefits their brands.
Of course.
So whatever it is, we wish them luck. They're both beautiful people.
Oh my gosh, yes. And they were like very PDA, and she seems really happy. Again, remember, he's my age, and she's a year younger than me, but she has 2 babies. We have to remember she's a mom.
She is. She
yes.
is. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes, and what is Timmy gonna be? A
He'll
dad?
be a daddy. He'll be a daddy. Maybe. Who knows? Whatever it is, good luck to them.
Yes. So my dating life, I have 0 updates.
No, but that's all right. It's just the beginning of the season.
Yes. Usually you guys know, like, I've been a serial dater in the past. This is like the opposite right now. Yeah, I have to find the middle ground.
Yeah, exactly. I think you were over dating. I think now it's time to quiet down, get back to work, and we'll all figure it out.
But when I have an update, we'll get back into it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's it.
Another great episode of Excuse My Grandma. Follow us on social media. We're Excuse My Grandma, TikTok, Instagram. We'll see you soon.
Bye.